Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept Podcast, where I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. You know, um, the show is going, it's been going for a while. The show has been going for a fucking while, you know what I mean? So, first of all, I want to give my disclaimer. Everything that I talk about here on God Concept Podcast is purely my thoughts, my hypothesis, my thoughts and opinion on what's going on in my life, the world around me, social views, religious views, spirituality, everything is just me coming from my point of view and giving you that, giving you you know my synopsis, my time, my energy, and my you know yeah. But man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have an episode or the title for this episode. I could, actually I do. See, that's why it's good to keep a notepad. Focus, return, focus is the title of the concept of this episode. I'm trying to get more professional with everything that I'm doing. I'm trying to just it's imperative, not that I try, it's imperative that I actually do, you know what I mean? The things that I have to do and get them done the right way. You know what I mean? Um, you know, when you're trying to build something, right? Focus, return, focus. When you're trying to build anything, you have to give it that dedication. You have to give it your all, man. If you're not giving it your dedication, if you're not giving it your all, you're not really going to yield the rewards. I mean, yeah, sometimes you come up with something and it's going to be, you know what I mean? It's always a reward when you create anything. Let me say it like that. Whenever you create something that's like your baby, it's like you nursing that motherfucker to life. You know what I mean? You're sitting up there for 9 months to a year to fucking 2 years, 3 years working on whatever book, whatever song, whatever project it is that you got in mind. And man, it's like having a birth. You know what I mean? It's like going through a birthing period when you create. Yeah. And I hope that call didn't just ruin my podcast. But focus, return, focus, man. I'm not even gonna be focused on a call that just came through. You know what I mean? They don't know what I'm doing. But I appreciate the love. I appreciate you thinking about me and reaching out. But once again, focus returns focus, right? Because if I'm not focused on my podcast, if I'm not focused on completing that book, which I have several things I got to complete, if I'm not focusing on that, my projects and what I'm trying to complete ain't going to return focus back in my direction. It's not. You know what I mean? Things don't just manifest on their own. Yeah, we could think, we could give it, that's better noise cancellation because there's a lot of shit going on. But we could think about it, we could meditate on it, we could sit up there and say that things just manifest out of the clear blue sky just by you thinking about it or you know what I mean, praying on it or whatever the case may be. But it also takes work. It also takes focus, concentration, and you keeping your goal in mind. Not letting small shit in your atmosphere and in your environment fuck up the focus that you have, getting that goal completed, getting that project completed, achieving that goal that you got in your mind to achieve. If you're not focused, man, you got to be running on fucking Dunkin' at all times. Because if not, the world is going to run like Dunkin' for you. Everybody around you, they always going to try to run you and clown you in some type of way because you're not where you're supposed to be. Or even if you get to where you're supposed to be, there is always some type of, oh, you could do this, you could do that. And it's just noticing it's just the world, man. This shit is set up this way. And it's a dichotomy and it's designed in a way that, man, if you let it, it'll really take you under. You know what I mean? And I'm one of the ones that really been through it, like physically, mentally, emotionally. in all types of different situations. And I'm just trying my best to not let this shit take me down. I'm trying to keep focusing on what I'm focused on. So that way, that focus that I'm giving to my projects, to my podcast, to my books, my music, it's going to return. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't been as focused as I need to be as of recently because of a lot of shit going on in my life. And this is one of the this is another one of the designs that goes on in life because if they wanted to, right? I'm talking about the gatekeepers and these motherfuckers in your environment. If they wanted to, they could really help you out, pursue your passion or whatever it is that you want to do, right? Instead of constantly throwing more bills your way, more situations, more trouble, more this, more that, more people. They send people your way just to say dumb shit to you, just to every day fucking annoy the shit out you. They send people your way like that to start trouble, or start this, start that, because they know your character, they know your heart, not the person, because the person isn't doing it. It's something that's emanating around that person that's putting a negative condensation on your life through that person, and that's what it is. It's condensation. It's moisture. You know what I mean? It's that little slime from Ghostbusters, that little pink slime from Ghostbusters that make motherfuckers just do evil shit. That's what motherfuckers be throwing on you. You just can't see it. That little pink snot motherfuckers just be throwing on everybody like Slimer. You know what I mean? They just make people do wicked shit. You can't see it. It's just the evils that's out here. It's just if I'd have known this big ass wet spot was right here, because I almost put my elbow right there, and this table wobbly as shit. Man, this shit need to be cleared out. Yeah, man, you gotta pay attention to the evils, man. It's funny because you can meet a person and not ever had an interaction with them and think that it's a genuinely good connection, but it's not. That connection wind up distracting you, sidetracking you, and all types of other bullshit that it comes with. So at this point, man, it's just I hate to say that shit, and I mean, hey, I hate to say this shit, but I'm really just done with making new connections. You really can't. You really can't, man. I'm serious. Because it's like I'm focused. I got so many issues that I'm dealing with, right? I like to be honest with you. I can't even see how I'm trying to be a sociable type of person. But through everything that I've been through, nigga, I really can't even trust nobody. Like I can't really even trust nobody or be around nobody. Like I'm sitting up here going this place and that place, and I just don't feel comfortable with anybody. Because I got situations out here in the world that's serious, that's still not resolved. Even when I go try to make a little money here and there, they don't understand what the fuck I'm going through. And to be honest with you, they don't really give a fuck what I'm going through. Oh, this nigga got back pain. He going through this, he going through that. For all you know, they think I'm lying and I'm bullshitting, and they ask me to do things that I shouldn't even be doing with my body. Just to make ends meet, just to get by, just to be able to send my children something and have something in my pocket, to be able to afford a fucking Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Like, come on, man. I've been going through this shit for so long, right? And looking for help in different avenues and in different ways from various fucking people and organizations and shit like that to no avail, to no avail. You know, either I'm not being given any focus or attention. Nobody's giving me any attention or focus. So I gotta do what I can to and draw my own attention and focus. You know what I mean? And I know dumb shit. Because I know what motherfuckers be out there thinking. They always want to push you to some negative, some dumb shit, right? Now, I want to say this. If I got to whoop your ass, right? If you're a person out there and I got to fuck you up, I'm not going to stop fucking you up, right? Like, I done been through it. Like, I don't like drama. I don't like bullshit. But if you fucking up my focus on what I'm focused on and I have to fuck you up, right? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that do be on some nut shit. If I have to fuck you up, I'm not going to stop fucking you up. Like I'm really not. I've been through a lot of shit, and to be honest with you, like that shit play off in my mind sometimes. So all the time, I don't be all the way there. But if I feel you pull me out that comfort zone, and I really have to go there with you, I don't know how bad I'm gonna fuck you up. So just leave me the fuck alone, Let me be comfortable where I'm comfortable at and focus on what I gotta focus on. That way my focus can return. That way my focus could return. There are a lot of situations that emanate through people that I feel as if are good. They got good intentions, but the spirits that roam around them don't have good intentions. And they so fucking weak-minded that they let a spirit, a negative energy or entity or whatever, slide in their ear or in their hearts, right? Or in their mouth, or roll some evilness off their tongue about me. And once I notice that you got an evil spirit, a wicked spirit, or evil energy with you, negativity, I stay the fuck away from it. And you know who you are. If I just don't, because you know what I mean? We just don't jive. You know what I mean? I don't got nothing against you. I hope, personally, I hope you grow, you evolve, and you learn to be better, not for anybody, for yourself, right? Because you do unto others and you have others do unto you, right? And if you treating the person like shit who don't deserve it, because I don't treat nobody like shit. So if you treating me like shit, then you're a piece of shit more than likely, right? If you come up with some spiteful games to play with me, this and that, then you're a piece of shit person. And I'm talking about niggas or bitches. No matter who you is. If you playing games, if you doing some spiteful shit, if you talking shit in any type of way to me, right? Knowing that I don't do that to you, then you're a piece of shit person. And I'd rather not have you in my orbit or in my life. That's where I could continue to focus, because too many times you get caught up on focusing on somebody bringing negativity into your life. And that's another reason why we can't make forward progress. Or when we start to make forward progress, our forward progress is shut the fuck down. Because you got people stealing your focus with the negative situations and the negative energy that they bring. I don't want that shit. I only got energy to think about my children's future, my future. You know what I mean? The mother of my children, because, we all tied together. Hey, come on, man. Nobody got time to entertain the nut shit that niggas and bitches do on a daily basis. And I know what it's about. Even if you don't know what it's about, bitch nigga, I know what it's about. Bitch nigga, I know what it's about. It's because you're a fucking hater. You're a fucking hater. You're a procrastinator. You don't know what to do with your life. You're going to wind up dead or in jail somewhere or hanging in one of these fucking islands. You bitch nigga. And you bitch ass bitches too. You got some bitches that don't, eh, they ain't worth the motherfucking dime that you threw to get them. They not worth the dime that you threw in the water to skip the motherfucking stone to get their ass over to your throne. They ain't worth a goddamn nothing. They ain't worth the stench on their motherfucking cocks or the stank on their motherfucking socks. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't worth shit. So just leave them alone, push them out your life, and keep on building the things that you got to build, man. Keep that focus, return and focus, man. Make sure that focus, return focus. Stay focused on what you guys stay focused on. That way, what you focus on, stay focused on you. Fuck everybody else. Fuck everybody else. Fuck the rhetoric. Fuck all the bullshit. Once you know it now, then you get it. That life is not a game. It's a simulation, but it's not. It's very real. It's a simulation, but it's reality. And it's not a game, but it is at the same time. And it's about how you play this game and you following certain rules. It's how you have longevity. But what will you do with that longevity? That's the question. You can have longevity. You can play by the rules and have this longevity, have all the time in the fucking world. But what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the time that you have? Squander it away, thinking about bitches, booty, cars, clothes, and all other nut shit that's happening, the events that you want to go to, and somebody else is throwing that's going to make them a lot of money. You know what I mean? I want to be throwing events. I want to be doing shit like that. I like doing shit like that. I like having fun too. But I like the fun that I'm having to put money in my motherfucking pockets. I don't like to be somebody's amusement if it's not paying me. I don't mind being somebody's muse, because then, you know what I mean? We're making more people, get into that creative mode. You know what I mean? I don't mind being amused for somebody. But when you're looking at me for amusement, That's when it's like, please, just get the fuck away from me. I don't want to entertain nobody. That's how you wind up getting hurt. That's how you wind up getting hurt. And I'm not a bad guy. I'm not just gonna come off at you for no reason. But you know, it comes a point in time. I'm 38 years old, and I'm just sick and tired of the bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm just sick and tired of it. And I know what I'm capable of. If you knew the things that I was in my mind focusing on, like the things that I had in my mind to do, like the things that I could do, like if I really wanted to get off the fucking, if I just snapped and I blacked the fuck out, if you knew the things that was in my mind to be able to do to the human fucking body, how I could really contort a motherfucker and just, you know what I mean? Like find a way to just really change your human anatomy. People get into that type of shit. Like you get into thinking like that, and I don't want to let that demon out on nobody. That's why I just stay to myself. You know what I mean? I just stay to myself. I stay peaceful because I got a mission, and I understand the resistance that I'm getting. Right, and I understand that. Is it right? No, it's not right. But is it there? Is it for a reason? Yes, it's there. I don't think it's right that that resistance is there, but it's there. And I'm not going to say that it's not all. Some of it is not from my fault because I'm still making connections with people, knowing that me making new connections with people is not going to be good, right? If there's not a person that's really going to elevate me to that next level, then I really don't need to be making connections with anybody who's not trying to get to the next level. If you're not trying to get to the next level, what am I pursuing a connection with you for? What am I pursuing? What are we being social for? If you're not going to take me to the next level, or you're going to try to stop me from getting to the next level, or you don't even give a fuck about the next level. You're just too concerned about what's going on in this level. I digress. Yesterday I did a podcast called Spirits Need Understanding Too. And man, after that podcast, I came into a deeper understanding of things that I was saying that I didn't even understand fully. Like these spirits that I was talking about dwell in different places. Even now you go to Christian church, you got people dancing and shouting and everything, singing a song, and then they catch the Holy Ghost. So all that is one of the spirits that's dwelling in that house. They can't get out, right? They're there. And once they see a host, they can go into the host. Once they see a host that's in the right spirit for them to enter, in the right state of mind for them to enter, it all three got to be aligned: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. And then that Holy Ghost can enter, right? The thing about a ghost entering you when you're not in the church is that the ghost ain't so holy, right? A worldly spirit, technically, a worldly spirit ain't as holy as one that you catch in church. So they call it Holy Ghost versus a spirit. Oh, mm. Started to get choked up. But a spirit can groom you too. A spirit can follow a person, and if that person is full of negativity, and that spirit feeds on negativity, what it'll do is it'll just dwell around you. And when it sees the opportunity, and it'll present the opportunity because everything out here is ran by spiritual energy in your mind and how everything's coalesce into one, right? But it's heavy on the spiritual energy. But if that spirit, once that spirit is hovering around you, and you do the right, commit the right atrocities and the right acts, and you just so hateful for so long, that evil spirit, that wicked energy, that spirit can go in you and take you over, just like the Holy Spirit could do that. That's what a bad spirit could do. It could groom you. It grooms people, just like an evil ass adult will groom a kid to be whatever they want them to be. When they little, they'll groom this child to be such and such when they get older. That's what a spirit. That's what evil energy do to you. Follow you around, keep presenting you with different situations. You choosing to do the evil shit, always going towards negativity. Yeah. Next thing you know, you wondering why. That's all you can think about now. Because now you got an evil spirit that entered you, and now they're going with you. You're a part of them, and they're a part of you. It's the same thing with positivity. When you're doing positive things, yeah, yeah, you're being groomed by angels, by spirits, by all these type of things. You just can't see it happening because it's happening on a different plane. We walk in three realms at one time: the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. But the spirit is like, even while we in the physical, the spiritual things are happening around us all like right now. It could be an angel sitting right here and an angel sitting right here. Y'all won't be able to see it. I might not be able to see it, but they may be there. You can feel it sometimes. You feel the energy. I know I do. You can feel that when there's something good around, or even when there's something bad around, you can feel that energy. You know, a lot of people still believe in that. A lot of people still have these beliefs. I'm starting to, based upon what I've been through in my life, I'm starting to lean on that shit more and more, man. Focusing on my spirituality, focusing on my mentality, focusing on my physicality. I'm just staying focused because focus returns focus, man. I'm staying focused on staying positive, so that way I can keep the positive spirits that's around me. I want to keep them there. I don't want to push my angels away. I don't want to push the spirits that walk with me that's providing good things in my life. I don't want to push them away. I know it's been negative that dwells and shit like that, but I don't know why I said it. But Sherry heard me talking. I know it's been negative that dwells because a lot of dumb shit been happening. But at the same time, I'm trying so hard just to, and I feel like the only way I could, really just, I just, I got to be less involved. I got to be less involved and I got to continue that. Truth be told, I was only able to do so many things, in a short amount of time for myself and, you know what I mean, for achievement's sake and for making goals and reaching them and shit like that is because I stayed to myself for a long time. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I wouldn't go nowhere. I wouldn't deal with nobody for a long fucking time. You know what I mean? I go in, say hi to people that I normally gotta say hi to, and then I take my ass home and I don't deal with nobody from there. I just deal with myself and my children. And that's how I was able to create because I didn't have any outside influence fucking up my focus, fucking up the things that I had to get achieved, the things that I was focused on doing, and all of that, man. I ain't had no distractions, so I was able to accomplish. I'm noticing that now. You know what I mean? I gotta eliminate my distractions. You know, gotta eliminate some distractions in my life. That way, I could continue to accomplish, set goals, and achieve. I got plenty of things that's in the works, and it's just in the works. Like, is it making progress? It's pending. You know what I mean? It's pending right now, and I don't like having projects pending. Pending projects is not making progress. Pending project, pending projects is not making progress. I got to get them over and done with. I got to get them over and done with. And that's going to take me having my own time. Me being focused on the things that I got to be focused on. You know, I wish I didn't have to run around and try to get all cross my T's and dot my I's and get all this business shit handled because then I could actually have my mind to just focus on creating. You know, but life give you lemons, you make lemonade, right? You know, when local governments in the cities and shit like that give you bills and things, hurdles and shit that you gotta jump over, then you gotta do it. And give you all this type of shit, you gotta deal with it. I understand that they don't give a fuck about what you're trying to create until you done create it. And then they able to put you in one of their theaters somewhere so they can make money off your dumb ass, off your black ass. It's another term I hate. Stop calling yourselves blacks. Y'all all mixed with something. Even if you're not mixed with nothing, you still not black. People been saying that shit for the longest time. You motherfuckers still calling yourselves black or whatever the fuck y'all want to be. I don't. This shit weird. I'm just starting to see it for what it really is. And this is a spiritual game being played out in the physical. Not a spiritual game, but you know what I mean. I'm just tired of not being where I know I belong. I want my rightful fucking place. My children deserve their rightful place. You know, you got people who do things in this city, who do things to people's family for monetary value. And I believe that that's what they mean by the saying, the meek shall inherit the earth. Because it's the evil and the wicked that, that get their shit done here. But once the just find out about it, you can't prosper. I mean, you can, but that means it takes a lot of sweeping under the rugs and shit like that. Yeah. That's one thing about the city, man. It's never seemed amazing, but it's not the city though. I'm realizing that. So I do want to apologize because I do feel like it's some people that be around me sometimes that know that I really don't fuck with Philadelphia like that for my own personal reasons. And it's not personal against nobody. It's personal against the people who committed certain atrocities in my life that I realized based upon my investigations. And you know who you are. Knowing and unknowingly, you know who you are. But it's not just this city. It's this country. It's this country that's being run like this. It's this country that, that's being puppeteered in a whole, you know. So how can I be angry at, any one city, government, state, or anything like that? All I could do is present the information, my findings, right, and take the appropriate steps to get a peaceful resolution, get get everything resolved. So this way my children don't have to deal with these atrocities in the future. You know? There's a lot of history in America that nobody ever shed the light on because they're secrets, secret history, secret projects and shit like that. The people in these big ass office buildings and things like that they know about. And that's secret history that you won't be readily available to, that they might sprinkle in a movie somewhere for you, but you won't know about it. But yeah, yeah, I think when you're doing dirt, when you're doing dirty shit to a people from a country, from not just people from a country, children from a country, and it's systematic, and you understand that, you should be called out on it, especially when it's racist, when it's slavery, when it's all this shit, espionage, when all that type of shit coalesce into one. And you notice what it is. When you see the dichotomy for what it is, when you see that you've been in a bubble or you've been jarred without being in the jar. It's like being on a big ass farm and you don't know you on a farm until you get to the end of the fence and you try and go across the street and they like, oh, you can't go out that fence. You're like, why? Like, cause nothing's over there for you. Everything that you need and required is right here on this farm. You're like, but I don't want to be on this farm. Well, this is the only place for you, right? And it's like, I just don't want to be on this farm anymore. I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at. I don't even want to be in America. I just want to go somewhere and live my life because this country did so many fucked up things to me and my family and giving me no help. No help. I reach out to this one, NAACP, fucking United States Eastern District Court right here, but they rather just stand beside the people who's doing wrong and not give me any help. I reached out to the FBI, reached out to this one, that one, no help. That's why I'm where I'm at. That's why they push you out the city, get you gone, and then try to get you into situations that's gonna, get you either locked up, dead, or in jail, some shit like that. And it's a game, and I see it. And it's sad that y'all don't, but I see it. Living it. All these niggas lived it. Every nigga you see with something that's worthwhile lived this shit. 50 Cent lived this shit. It's all theatrical, but it's very real. You can really, it's meant to be real like that. It's meant for you to lose your life and lose everything and not really make it the way you, it's meant for that. That's what they want. They don't want you to do, they don't want you to ever make it out. Because if you make it out, there's less control and power that they had on some level. Now they got to worry about you fighting back against them with the money that you got and you accumulated in your bank accounts and the lawyers and shit that you got on your side. Half the time, they the same lawyers that shit that they got on their side. What they worry about is the fact that you understand the truth, and that shit is very real. And more than likely, when you go fight them cases in court or anything like that, you're going to win. But a lot of people don't got the balls to fight, or they don't got the time or the patience or energy or the life left to actually go to court and fight for their rights, their freedom, their whatever it is, you know, whatever it is that, that they supposed to fight for. Some people just don't got it in them. Some people do the woe is me thing and just do drugs and let their life just go down the hole and say, fuck it. They have a crazy ass story to tell from under a bridge. You know what I mean? They never write that book. They never let that information out, so you'll never hear about it. Never fable, another untold story going down in history. You know, that's how they like it. Because then they could just take that story and put it in the fucking movie. Boop. That's a new movie. Because your dead dumbass couldn't actually articulate what you was going through in a way that wouldn't get you killed, hurt up, or in jail. So they make a movie out of it and profit again and again and again. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Oh, I'm so fucking right. It's sad. It's just sad. It's just really a dichotomy out this motherfucker. Like in every form of the word. So wake up, man. Stop trying to hold people back. Stop giving people dumbass situations and all that shit. Seriously. Fuck you niggas and fuck you bitches out there. Just stay away from me. Keep your shit away from me. Keep your live comments and your slick talk and your, oh, I need this, I need that. Can you help me with this? The fuck out of my face, because I don't really have time. A lot of times you can look at a person and tell, and you just hope that you can get through to this person, right? But you can look at them and tell that they dealing with a bunch of negativity, and they don't got nothing but negative energy with them and negative spirits. But you still be nice to this person, right? Just in hopes that you make their day better or that you shake some of that negativity off of them. But they wind up giving that shit right to you. So it's best to just say fuck them and leave them in their ignorance. Leave them with the negative spirits that dwell around them. Because they'll, once they get right, those spirits will get right too. Either get away from them or they'll attract new energy, new spirits, new, that'll help them more on their journey. I hope I don't got walking pneumonia or nothing. No, that's guy. One of my friends. He had this cough for a while, and kept saying, "Oh, I'm not sick. It's just me expelling." I think you expelled some of it my way, brother. Oh my God, because I could feel it, but it's all right though. You know what I mean? Look, man, I think you did expel a bit. I just hope it ain't worse than just a throat cough or anything. Yeah, man. Focus return focus. Focus returns focus. Man, I'm gonna stay focused. I'm done. Uh, I'm done trying to entertain or be entertained. I'm a dude. I love a woman's touch. I mean, I'm stupid over a woman's touch, over the feel of a woman, over just a woman's presence and essence, right? Especially if she's a nice woman with this or that. And I know, like, the universe knows that about me. So that's what it uses a lot of times against me. Uses women against me. And the men that they attract, women and the men that they attract. I do. But once you understand that, it's easy to deal with that type of thing. Because you just stop dealing with a certain type of woman. You know what I mean? A woman that has too many men floating around her, or a woman who's not really 100% into you, and things like that. Like sometimes I just entertain a woman, right, just because I like her presence or whatever. Not her presence per se, but a woman's presence or energy. You know what I mean? I like that. I mean, man, you're supposed to like a woman's energy or presence. So it's like sometimes bust it up with a woman just for that. Because we the opposite sex. And I feel like it's less of a unsaid competition being waged there. You know what I mean? Like for some reason with men, right? There's always an unsaid competition being waged. It's like an unsaid competition that another man want to win against a more inferior man. And it's only because they have this inferior complex. Or you're able to do something that they're not able to do, right? Or you have a talent or ability that they just can't understand and they don't have. So it builds up inferior complex in them. Now they want to get rid of you because they know what you're capable of. They know the talent that you have. They know what you're able of. They know what you're capable of. So they try to get rid of you. They try to downplay you. And all niggas do this if they have that inferior complex. A lot of men not gonna do that. Like me, I'm the type of dude, right? If it's me and another brother and we competing for the same woman, right? And it's never a competition with me, regardless, right? But if me and this other brother is entertaining the same woman, right? And I notice that she's gravitating towards him or whatever, what's the point of me still hanging around, chiming in, trying to throw salt in it? Like there's no reason for that. She chose that man, right? Just like if a woman was to choose me. It's like I wouldn't want the brother hanging around. She chose me, bro. Like she chose me. Now, what you want to fight me, or you want to threaten me, or you got something against me because she chose me instead of choosing you? No, not the case. Not the case. Women choose who they choose. They gravitate towards who they gravitate to, and that's fine. You know what I mean? That's fine. Nope, you gotta focus on what's focused on you. Even people, even people, focus on you. I got a one situation, right? Got into a whole nother situation, right? And then realized that that situation wasn't about shit neither. That's why I can really sit here and say this because it's like I'm just getting to know someone. You know what I mean? I'm just getting to know a woman, right? It's not like we having sex, we kissing, we being intimate and shit like that. I might just love the personality, love the time, love the company, this and that, right? But it's like once I see we don't, it's like if we don't click, it's like we don't click. There's no hard feelings. There's no love lost. Some women get attitude with you because they think you should approach them like you want to be with them or something. Some women would even try to call you gay because you didn't try to fuck with them. Believe it or not, they'll try to cause you problems because you didn't want to fuck with them. I mean, men do it too. Men do it to women too, but oh, she a dyke. She don't want no dick. She dyke. Not all about that. You know what I mean? See, I've grown and I've evolved to the point where it's not all sexual with me because it's not always sexual with me because I realize that a lot of things that happen, that a lot of situations happen in life because of sexual relationships with somebody, and I'm done just trying to have sex with somebody. Even though, yeah, I'm a grown ass man. A lot of times we need that. It's necessary, especially when you used to fuck, you used to having sex on a basis and shit like that, and you can't have that, or now you sleeping like you like, damn, like I'm used to doing it this way, and now I gotta do it this way. So you having a withdrawal, you know what I mean? No, you dealing with it. It's cool though. I'm doing my LL bag. You know what I mean? So I need love. I forgot how the song go. Sometimes I stare at the wall and in the back of my mind I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl that's as sweet as a dove. And I don't know well. I'm gonna just be a love meeting ass nigga. And I ain't hooking up with no more women until I get the way I gotta be. You know what I mean? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And not even like we hooking up to fuck. I'm not even trying to entertain. Like I'm not even trying to act like I want to build a relationship because I need my time. I need my time, man. Yeah, and that's my time. I mean, I'm glad y'all joined me. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of God Concept Podcast. Please like, share, subscribe. Um, yeah, Mr. Pagan. We'll go check out the books, the music, and the podcast, of course. See you next time on God Concept Podcast. Peace.